Test, test, test. Hey guys, Raiderpint here, back from the video. I'm gonna start off with this video in a kind of a different way. I was debating on if I should do this or not. I wasn't quite sure because it could lead different ways. You know, people could get mad at me, but I just think this should be released because some bases are just insane. Okay, with the cobwebs, like on the Archon Scion X, the Watch / Harambe, they're never gonna get rated. Like, you see how many cobwebs they have in their base. Like, just some bases are just insane. Okay, with the cobwebs. So I kind of want to fix that. I know people are gonna say you should keep that to yourself. You know, don't release it. Don't show anyone how to do it. You know. And I know some people might get mad at me, like people that actually came up with the concept. I did not come up with the concept, but I do know how it works and stuff like that. But I didn't know if I should or not because it can change a lot of things. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show you guys how it works, how to add it onto your Leon / cannon, whatever you want to do, or how to make it like into a full-fledged cannon that can bust from Y255 to Y0. All that is going to be in this video, so yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video, and hopefully nobody gets real mad at me. That'd be pretty bad, wouldn't it? But yeah, so I just have a regular cannon here pretty much. It's a 240 cobweb buster floating barrel, and it's a pretty simple cannon. This is just how to add it onto any other cannon. If you want to make any other cannons, if you want to make it into full-fledged, you have to do certain things of it, and do certain things to actually make it work like that. But yeah, so like I said, hopefully this causes no drama or anything. But yeah, so it's actually super simple to add to your cannon. Can you guys see anything different? And I forgot to add that back. If you guys can see anything different, you got your normal slab bust here, you know, just basic comparators and stuff, and then you got your hammer, which is also comparators, which is, you know, weird, right? It's all comparators, so you're confused, like, why is it all comparators and everything like that. I'll explain why, so this video might be a bit longer, but I'll explain why everything is like this, and yeah. So you can also see it's mixed in with some repeaters. Now, that repeater is very important because it wouldn't necessarily work correctly as it should, but yeah. So I'm gonna first fire, and you guys can see it. It's not gonna cover bust all. As I said before, it's not a full cobweb buster, it's just a cobweb buster designed to bust some. As you see, it busts some cobwebs. Obviously, I can change it to do other spots. So if I just change some things over here, should be able to reach, hopefully. Kinda just gotta mess with that. I'll find out certain things for this cannon when I want to. That sounds kind of weird, but yeah. So yeah, changing it, of course, will change where it actually hits the cobwebs. So yeah, that's a start. So you guys gotta know that. But yeah, so how to actually add it onto your cannon that you have, preferably a 230 that has like a slab bust, because you need a slab bust and a hammer. Most definitely, no matter the size, you still need it. Like a 27 probably wouldn't work, I guess. But yeah, you wouldn't ideally want that. You would want something, yeah, but probably like a 200, 120, something like that, around those areas. So yeah, I'm just gonna see how many times, and of course, no one's gonna have like a complete row of cobwebs. Maybe lines of cobwebs, not complete rows. So if they just have one thing of cobweb, you would just find the exact spot that you need it to be at. For this, so you would find it, and yeah, it'd be pretty simple from there. You just find exactly where you need it to be, and I'm finding that currently right now. I'm gonna move some of this stuff around here, so I'm gonna make 2 full rows of this. But like I said, if this was like a full-on cobweb buster, you would not have to change it because it would bust the entire way down. This works for torches, too, sign defenses, any of those defenses that do this kind of things, like cobwebs. So yeah, and I hope that's Yep, so as you saw there, that got rid of the rest, so if I put cobwebs in that exact spot, it will work completely fine. But as you see, it can bust up to all the cobwebs, and of course, if you were just doing slab bust, it would take a lot longer. But yeah, so I'm gonna make a guess on where those were. I'm gonna guess like right there. But yeah, so let's get on to the actual how to add it on. I'll go over to my regular 240, and I'll show you where to add it on to your cannon. This would be, it's cannon text edit pretty much. But yeah, so this is the regular 240 here. No add-ons to it. You know, you can just see it's basic, repeaters and stuff, and then, you know, your basic stuff. Now, this is kind of messing with odd game ticks, but, you know, people are saying, yeah, I just use odd game ticks because people have found out the ways of how these things are kind of working on, you know, they're working on, frick, I already forgot it. I was gonna get back to that, I forgot the freaking name for what I was looking for. But yeah, so the people are catching on to how these cannons are kind of coming out, the order of it, you know, stuff like that. Basic stuff, odd game ticks, alteration, that's what I was looking for. You know, alternating stuff, and yeah. So, pretty much, it's like a regular 240, like I said. It's completely fine, nothing different about it, and I'll show you guys how to add it to your cannon. So I'm just gonna create this here real quick, and go here. Stack. Wow, of course, 69 down. Oh, 68, that works fine. Okay. So, how to add it on. You can see it's a basic layout and all that stuff is just completely fine. Now, in most cannons, though, you will have your one-shot sand right here, because that's just, you know, most cannons do that. You do have to connect this, though. It doesn't necessarily have to be right here, but this does have to be connected. So, what you can do is you can remove that, and then you can connect this like that, okay? Preferably, it was going line to closer to this. You know, if it was like maybe right here, it'd still be fine. But you want it to be so it can get all of this power at the same time. So that's what you ideally would want. So you can just get rid of that, connect that, and that'll work completely fine. Next step is to actually remove and replace all of these repeaters on the hammer with your comparators here. And now what this is doing is it's making a full nuke effect with no game tick difference, because one redstone tick is 2 game ticks, if you guys did not know that. So yeah, I'm just making that the exact same tick, so it's not a half tick off or 1 game tick difference. Stack 4 up, is that high enough? Nope. Okay, that's fine. So I'm making it so it's not any game tick difference, but I'll explain what's going on when I add this. So, of course I'm going to do this on the other side here in a second. And I'm making no cuts this video so you guys know exactly what to do, and I'm crystal clear on how this all works. And you can do this to any cannon as long as you have a decent amount of hammer and stuff like that. Okay, almost done. Okay. Whoops. Missed that. Shoot. And then right here. Okay. And then that. Okay. So now I'm going to explain the importance of actually connecting these and making sure these are no difference, because if you just did this and you did not connect it, it would still kind of work in that way. It would still kind of work, but it wouldn't work as necessarily well as you'd want it to. You just gotta make sure that those are on literally the exact difference, because believe it or not, having it like this, so having it go like this makes a huge difference, because this actually changes how it's being rendered and everything. Believe it or not, I don't care. It's up to you. You can believe it. Just do that, okay? I would connect this middle part, but I don't need to right now. Yeah. So you have that done, right? Now, this is where people get confused on why you need this and whatever. Booster TNT. Now, you need booster TNT in the hammer because it does what it does. It does what it says. It's a boost of TNT. It starts at the initial part to actually bust the slabs. Now, how it's working is you can see the nuke effect pretty much, except it's exploding mid-air. That's due to alteration and stuff like that. Of course, it's not perfect alteration because it's not designed to be perfect alteration. As you can see, that busted some. If I reverted back to how I had it before, it wouldn't necessarily work. And I'll show you guys. Shoot, I don't have that copied anymore. And of course, it got busted. Okay. Sack 69 down. Okay, there we go. So, if I made it different like this, it probably will still work somewhat. I'm not saying it's not going to, but it will still work somewhat. But ideally, you'd want it to be as not different as possible, if that makes sense. So it'll still work, of course. As you can see, it doesn't work as well because this difference makes a huge difference. Okay, it matters. As you can see from that shot, the difference. If I literally connect this like this, I don't have to get rid of that, but I am. As long as those are connected, it does matter. Okay, just trust me on it. It matters. Don't question it. As you can see, it slapped us a lot more. Now, why is you? Like I said, this is actually separate ticks, or not separate ticks, but they're different. Okay, this is going off earlier than this, causing problems in between the alteration, making this go earlier than that, causing problems, and it's not what you want. But yeah. So that's how just to add it to your normal 230 and whatever and whatnot. But yeah. So how to actually put it onto a cannon. Now there is a 255 version that I have. People sent it to me from the actual server that it was built on. So I have the cannon. I have that. I'm not gonna show you guys because that's for our use only. That's a perfect version of it. It works completely fine. There's nothing wrong with it. So we're keeping that to ourselves, but I'm going to show you guys kind of how to use it or make it. Just note, it will not be perfect, okay? Because I did not come up with the concept. It's not going to be perfect. But it is pretty much what we are doing within the cannon. So, as you can see, we're going to have a booster TNT, but of course, we're going to need the hammer and the slab bus. Note, that is on a gyro difference, okay? It's on a complete gyro difference, so it's one block lower, you know, like hammer and slab bus. So you need to set it up like this, okay? Boom, 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 boom. And I just can stack this up. Actually, no, I can't stack that up yet. I gotta go like this. And place it on top. And this is what you would want for an ideal, like an actual CobWeb buster. This is what you would want to do, okay? Stack 4 up. There you go. You want it like that. And you'd wire it like this. Okay. Oh, not like that. Comparators right here. Okay. And comparators right here. Redstone. Now I have to do on this other side. And I'll show you guys why this matters in a second on the design that I'm doing it on. Okay. And by the way, if you want to do a 255 version of this, you definitely don't want to be on a public test server because it is this TNT caps and stuff like that. You don't want to do it because you're gonna need a lot of TNT. And of course, for this, you would stack this up, you know, power wire and everything. Now, why does this matter? Well, let's say I power this one. Let's just do this here. And of course, okay, it's gonna lamp this side. Okay. Well, you know what? That's wrong. I feel really stupid. Okay, I'm just gonna move this all up one. Move one up. Move one up. Okay, make my life easier. There we go. Okay, Windows 10. Thank you very much for that. But yeah, so why I had to move it up, that was very important, because if I didn't, it probably could still work, but again, not as swell as we'd want it to. But, so, the point of doing this is to make sure that it gets alternated correctly, because when I power this one directly into it, okay, you know how when you power stuff, it goes You know, let's say I power this block. When I power it from behind, it's gonna get powered here, 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 and here. And for alternation, I do not want that powered. Okay. So doing this will make it fixed. Won't power anything on the side. Won't power anything on the side. But of course, we keep stacking this up, and that will individually power itself afterwards. And we just do that. It ensures the alteration and makes sure that everything's all right. So you say we got all that wired up. You know, you got your booster, and you're going into a power, and you'd have your sand hooked up somewhere in between there. Basic setup, pretty much, just in a different way. I'm just releasing the concept, not a cannon with it. So you're making your own cannons from it. So yeah. So then you could literally have your sand, if you really wanted to, fly through this, or you could just have it come by one block, like right here. But yeah. So you'd shoot into the barrel. Okay, so the barrel is right here. What I would do, because it has to be like this, you would probably want to shoot back this TNT right here. So it would get boosted to right here. And what you'd probably want to do is put dispensers back here, and then have something to stop it. So then, like a ladder or something, you know, something to stop it. Because what that's doing is it's making your life easier, okay? Believe it or not, it is, because it's getting shot much farther. Because this, you can see, it would cause problems. It's way farther away from the power, because chances are the power would probably be, let's get a slab out here. Sand comp right here, and then power would land right here. And you can see that's pretty far away, right? So you just boost it back to right here. Somehow you would want to set this up. I'm not fully thinking on how to set this up. But yeah, I'd probably want to put this on a slab or something. I don't know. Just something to make it work. You know, set up as a barrel. Okay. And then this would be, in quotes, the slab bus. So it'd have this down one block, and then this would be the hammer. So then it's on a guided difference, like I said, like that. And your sand would come in somewhere in between here. So your sand's also one block below, and it will stack. It will stack. There's no double ticking of anything. Nothing gets double tick. It's like a slab bust, okay? You know how you can slab bust and sand stack at the same time? It's the same exact way. Okay? You don't have to have an extra shot for, you know, doing your CobWeb busting, none of that. And of course, somewhere in between here, you would want to have your one-shot sand wherever you would want, of course. And of course, you need to follow our realignments. Realignments really matter in this cannon, because if something isn't realigned, it could possibly mess it up and not shoot correctly. So you got to make sure everything's realigned. You know, your power, you got your realignment TNT there, sand comp, everything has to be realigned. Just keep that in mind. So yeah, you power this. Let's say you power it from the back here. Okay. So this is your hammer, right? You need booster TNT. Now, I'm not going to give out an equation because I don't know the equation. You have to trial and error on a test server to figure out how much booster TNT you actually need, because I'm not going to tell you. As harsh as that sounds, find it out yourself. So, of course, booster TNT, let's just say it's this much. Probably really isn't. Depends on how much power you actually have for your cannon. But like I said, just keep messing with it. You'll find it eventually. So, this is part where it can kind of confuse people, because it really does confuse people. Okay. This can be powered like this. Okay, so you can power it like this, you know, whatever, have it like this. But this needs to get prioritized first. Okay. And in order to achieve that, you make it lined up first, like that. Or like that. And you probably wouldn't want it to be too much of a difference, because it still would matter. But maybe like 1 to 2, maybe 3 redstone line difference would be ideal. You guys can mess around with it, see if it matters or not. That's just how mine is set up and how it would be set up. But of course, if you're just adding it onto your hammer, you would literally just, you know, be changing it up here, and it would still be on the same get tick, and it would be completely fine. So yeah. This is going up the same exact time, but this is a bit earlier. It's like that. Okay? Same exact time. So that booster TNT, what's actually happening is when you have comparators and repeaters. Repeaters are actually a different tick than comparators. Comparators are, I'm pretty sure, 1 game tick, and repeaters are 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, but as long as your power, your main power, and your main in quotes slab bus slash web buster power is all comparators, and your boost TNT is all repeaters, you should be fine. So of course, power, sand, and then of course this can bust slabs as well. Yeah, bust slabs as well. Guider difference. Um, that's pretty much it. Probably gonna have other people commenting on it. Maybe K-Man. Mind Chat, maybe. Because Mind Chat, I'm giving all credit here. Mind Chat was one that came up with the actual concept and thought of it, so credits to him. If you guys have any questions, you could go to me, but ideally him. He might not respond because he's Mind Chat, I don't know. But yeah. So he would be the ideal person because he came with the concept. I'm the person that learned from it and understands it. K-Man, he helped make the canon version of it. What was his name? Taylor. He was in one of the videos. I guess he helped. And just a bunch of other people that helped. I can verify if you guys have any questions on if someone helped or not. I can always verify with that, giving all credit, of course. And yeah, so this is just kind of the concept release. I'm not making any canon. I'm not releasing any canon for this until maybe like a month, maybe a couple days or something. It depends. I do have the 255 version of this canon, like I said. So I have that. I have one. I'm fine. Oh, sand. Okay. So you guys can see everything is alternating, right? It's a lot easier to alternate TNT and just by itself, but sand is different. For the sand comp, you don't need order of entities at all. You can hook it up to an auto, it'd be fine. I don't know if you guys saw a video, there's an auto CobWeb buster that's somebody, I think it was X-Bionic MC that made it. So credits to him for making that, and someone else helped him with it. I think it was Taylor too. They made it for an auto. Doesn't matter order of entities for sand comp, so that's completely fine. Power, you want a lot of power. But yeah, so it's just like a hammer down pretty much. It's a hammer down slab bus, so the slab bus is midair, and the alternation matters, stuff like that. Of course, you guys can mess around with it. I have the concept. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you get what I'm talking about, it, should make better sense, but I'm not the best explainer when it comes to this really complex stuff. But just a little reminder, guys, keep your slab bus / webbuster power and your hammer all on comparators, and then your booster TNT all on repeaters. Mess around with your booster TNT if the first shot does not work. Then mess around with this. If it changes it, then you'll find it eventually. But if it doesn't change it, then it's something wrong with your order, your alternation. I know Cayman's favorite server has an alternation plugin in it, so it shows what gets prioritized and what not. But yeah, just make sure everything's prioritized. Make sure everything's perfect. Any questions you guys can ask me. I'll be on MindLink every once in a while. I'll get on one shot sometimes too to help you guys if you really need some help. But yeah, rip people that like to put CobWeb walls. They're not protected anymore. Missed up cannons. Archon was a big fan of that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully nobody gets mad at me for releasing this, because I know some people don't want to. But I felt the need to release this because people are getting out of hand with their cobwebs and how they're setting up bases. People are getting out of hand, and I just want people to see that it doesn't matter at this point. Stop wasting your time on making these cobweb balls, because it just doesn't matter anymore. It does not matter. Stop wasting your time. Just stop. Okay. New tech is coming out. Don't try. New tech's gonna be more new tech's gonna be coming out. I'm gonna be coming out with my own concepts pretty here soon. Of course, I'm gonna be working on some. Kayman's gonna be working on some. Kayman's probably not gonna be telling me his concepts anymore, but that's fine. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video. I know it's kind of probably a longer video. I don't know the exact time of this video. But yeah, of course, any questions, I'm on. If you guys did watch the entire video, please leave a like. It would be awesome to show you guys support, because I might get a lot of hate for this video for releasing this concept. I might not. If you guys see hate saying, you know, pints, what, I don't care. Just, if you guys see hate and, you know, push it down, say, you know, you're wrong or whatever, just, you know, leave a like. Whatever, if there's haters, and that's not gonna stop me. I don't care. Okay, haters gonna hate, I guess. They don't stop me. I see them all the time. But yeah, this is kind of a concept release. This is the first release of this concept. This might be a little bit confusing, on how this fully works, but it's super simple to lay out and do, as long as you follow step by step on what I'm saying. You gotta have those comparators, and you gotta have that booster TNT, and you should be fine. Just make sure that it's like that. If you come to me saying this doesn't work, and I see your cannon and you don't have comparators, I'm just gonna facepalm and be like, you didn't listen to me. Okay. So yeah, if you guys have watched the entire video, say hashtag Pint's the best for releasing this. And yeah, my birthday is the 6th. I think that's tomorrow. There's a sale going on for a server, and I will be doing a lot on the server, on my server. So make sure you guys check it out, mc.msbv.com. I'll be on like every once in a while here to help you guys, of course. And yeah, happy birthday, Pint. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.